back with another video, and Cardi B responds to the pregnancy rumors and has officially announced what I've been saying for the past few months, that she is basically pregnant with Stefan Diddy's baby. Okay, so congratulations to Loose Coochie Cardi. Okay, here's the thing. I told y'all Cardi B was going to announce her pregnancy during the album rollout. Okay. I knew she was pregnant, wobbling in court, wobbling around town, at the bodega. You can clearly tell she was going to have a baby. She got to have a baby every album rollout. Okay. She got more pregnancy eras than she do album eras. Okay, let's be very clear. This is going to be her fourth baby and only her second album. Oh my goodness. I just know Titanic Records is sick and tired of Cardi B. They like, bitch, every year you get pregnant. How are you pregnant and then also didn't finalize your divorce? The ink hasn't even dried for your divorce, yet you pregnant. Now, Cardi B also clapped back at the fans who are upset about her features.
I really do appreciate these artists that got on it. Like, I'm going to say this one time, and I'm going to say everything because I don't know what the fuck. This album, just like a lot of people that don't like me underestimating this album, a lot of these artists are also underestimated this album too. I have gotten into calls. I have gotten out of my body because I'm very shy. I have hit people up. I have this and that. And people underestimating the impact, well, a lot of people have changed their mind these past couple of weeks. If people underestimated the impact and everything, I can't do nothing about it. I'm not gonna. One thing I don't do is I'm not gonna beg nobody. So for y'all to be like complaining and like these are a lot of these artists that have gotten in it on this album, I'm very thankful. I'm very grateful because you'll be very fucking surprised.
Now, let me know how y'all feel about it. I don't think people are underestimating the album. I definitely think that it's definitely going to sell 100,000, 150,000 first week easily. Because Cardi B does have her own fan base and people that support her out of spite because they don't like Nicki Minaj. So I definitely think it's going to sell. I think people know that. I really don't think that people are underestimating her. I just think that people only now do collaborations with people who they really fuck with. I heard Camel Face say in the interview that he only do collaborations with people that he's cool with. That's why these male rappers like Future and Young Thug, they work with the same people. Champagne Thickums, Lil Baby, Lil Durk. They work with the same 5 people. I think now a lot of people only do collaborations with people that they're cool with or that they're friends with. That's why SZA hopped on the Lizzo EP and that flopped. But she won't hop on your album. So I think it's more of, people are treating the industry like it's high school. Like they can only work with people that they're friends with or cool with. I don't think it has anything to do with people really underestimating Cardi B. Okay? Do I feel like she has the same clout that she had 2018? No. But I think it's more of so the fact that people probably don't really know Cardi B like that. And they just don't want to give her a free collaboration. Now, if she want to pay for it, that's a different thing. But I don't think Cardi B wants to pay for collaborations. I think she thinks she's going to get them for free. And you're not Beyonce. You're not Nicki Minaj. You're not getting collaborations for free. Unless it's from Lizzo, okay, and Tyla. Now, 29 Faces also announced that she will be going on tour. And it looks like she was trying to troll Nicki Minaj with this picture, but Nicki's paying her dust. But how can you go on tour with a newborn baby? That's bad parenting. That's an unfit parent if she go on tour with a newborn baby. Okay, it's because I think she going to have the baby this year, but the baby only going to be a few months old when she goes on tour. And I don't think it's a good idea. No shade. Now, moving on to Doja Cat, she was streaming on Twitch to promote her new album, V. And I feel like no shade to Doja Cat, but the promotion for her new album has been trash. Okay, I know she be in the Twitch chats with them racist white men, but I just feel like this is not the great promotion that Doja Cat and A-list artists should be doing. She should be doing what Cardi B is doing for her album on the Jennifer Hudson show. On, I think it was the Today Show or Good Morning America. I don't remember because I didn't watch. But she shouldn't be doing a Twitch streaming, okay? Unless you're doing it with Kai Cenat or another big streamer. Because I just feel like, first of all, Doja Cat don't have the personality to be streaming. Nobody really talked about it. I saw the tweet, but nobody's really talking about her being on stream like that. And I just feel like with Doja Cat, I understand that the budget ain't what it used to be. And you guys, if you've been paying attention, I've been saying that Doja Cat don't got the same push that she used to have. And y'all basically have stopped supporting her. But I just feel like this is not a good look for Doja Cat, in my opinion. I think she needs to do better promotion for her album, or it's going to flop. Now, speaking of Doja Cat, though, her t-shirts, not vinyls, have sold out. This counts towards album sales. So her t-shirts have sold out. So a lot of fans are speculating that she too will be doing 100K first week when she drops her album. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, No Spice, after flopping with Scratch Off, which didn't even debut on the Hot 100. Their new collaboration didn't even debut on the Hot 100. So I'm going to have to give Ice Spice and Scratch Off 50,000 lashings for that. But she decided to show love to Cardi B in her interview with Keke Palmer.
What made you say, I'm going to take this seriously? Was there a moment or a person that you saw doing something that made you say, maybe I could do a song or this could be a career?
I feel like Cardi B definitely brought back that hope of girls could rap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because for a long time, Nicki seemed so unattainable and that's part of the lore too.
Yes.
Of why I was so.
Now, No Spice, if you don't shut the fuck up, didn't you scrap the Munch remix that Cardi B was on? Do you want to bring up that, T? Okay, weren't you dissing her last year? Okay, saying how you were taking her place and bitches was changing their face? Okay, weren't you just dissing her last year? Now you want to sing her praise because Nicki Minaj has basically iced you out of the kingdom. Okay, that's what I just don't respect about Ice Spice. She's not authentic. Okay, stay on that side. You was dissing Cardi B, but now she made you want to rap. That's why your career is in the gutter. No wonder you flopping. If Cardi B's who you looking up to, no wonder that career is in the gutter. And I feel like what Ice Spice was really trying to say is that Cardi B dumbed down female rap. So you don't have to be lyrical. You don't have to be talented to have a rap career. Before, you used to have talent like Lil' Kim, like Foxy, like Queen Latifah, like Nicki, like Lauryn Hill. But now, all you got to do is have a big butt, some surgery, some Instagram followers, a PR relationship or a PR stunt, and you're good to go. That's what Ice Spice was really trying to say. Okay? That's what I got. Now, justice was served for Queen B. Queen B and Deseret in Devil Nation were able to have the police track down and arrest the theft that took Queen B's hard drives containing unreleased music by the Queen herself. Atlanta area police arrested Calvin Evans for allegedly breaking into the SUV in the city over the summer and stealing hard drives and other items that were connected to the Grammy winner Queen B. Evans is now in jail facing a charge of entering in a car with intent to commit theft. Well, it wasn't an attempt. He took the hard drives. Okay? I don't feel like these charges is going to stick. I mean, what the hell is intent to commit theft? He did commit theft. They only doing this because Queen B is black. If this was the chart obsessed, Taylor, if this was Queen Taylor it would have been a different story. He would have been in prison for like 10 years. They need some more charges. I don't like the fact that they're giving him, the intent to commit theft. I mean, didn't he do that? I mean, I don't understand. If somebody takes something out of your car, how is it, you almost committed theft? No, they did commit it. Like, what are you talking about? Now, do I think he deserves life in prison? No. But I think he definitely deserves community service. I definitely think he should pay a fine. I think he definitely deserves some repercussions because he might have stalled Act 3. I mean, we may not even get Act 3 because he stole unreleased music. Maybe that's why Cardi B didn't get her collaboration, because of this theft that happened where Queen B, all of her music was stolen. Maybe Queen B was worried that people were going to link her verse on a Cardi B album. That could be the case. Now it has been confirmed that Sabrina, Justin, Karol G will headline Coachella. Unfortunately, Kung Fu Kenny is not going to headline because Coachella could not afford Kung Fu Kenny. They can only afford crackhead Justin Bieber, who is going to flop on stage. Okay, to be quite honest, I can see him throwing a tantrum. I can see him smoking all the ganja at Coachella and also sounding high as a kite. I think that this is definitely an L for Coachella because, to be quite honest, I just don't feel like Justin really has it in him to put on a good performance. And to be quite honest, his music is not what it used to be. So most of the songs that he just put out, he can't even perform because they're not hits. You can perform 1 or 2 songs and then you're going to have to call it the day, or perform songs from like 5-10 years ago, which is also kind of a chop. Now, Cardi B also talked about in an interview how you cannot really trust a lot of these rap girlies in the game, especially when they try to sleepity sleep with your man. Okay, she was spilling some tea with Kelly Rowland in some interview that she was doing, which I'm not going to watch the interview. I just saw the clip on social media. But the point of the matter is, let's take a listen to what the Queen of Surgery has to say.
That's why sometimes when I see like a new little bitch coming up with some shit, and I feel like they kind of cool, and I feel like people be dragging them, I be sliding in their DMs like, it's like, hey, this temporary. This is a good and bad thing. But sometimes you gotta know who to do it with, because I have done that to bitches that done went and fuck my man and all that shit. So it's like, you gotta know who you being nice to, because it's like these bitches right here, you out there feeling sympathy for them and wishing them the best, and these bitches will beat you and fuck your nigga.
Now, a lot of fans feel like she throwing shade at Saweetie. Okay, and here's my thing with Cardi B. On the album, I'ma need you to diss Saweetie or keep your mouth shut. Okay? Well, you kind of dissed her on Imaginary Faces and it flopped, so maybe you shouldn't. But the point of the matter is, I'ma need you really to go for the juggler or keep your mouth closed, because I'm tired of the subliminal shade at Saweetie for her fucking off the cheap. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, let's just be honest. Saweetie, she may be a flop. She may be an op. Okay? You can possibly put her in the untalented crew. But I don't know any man that's turning down Saweetie. Okay? Especially if she putting the pressure on him. I don't know any man that's going to be like, oh no, I'm not sleeping with you, even if I got a girl. I don't know any man that's turning down Saweetie. Okay? That's number one. Number two, I feel as though you talk all this tough talk to Nicki. You got all this mouth for Ice Spice. And even Ken Botch Barbie was adding Ice Spice when Imaginary Faces came out. Was posting her picture, trying to clown. And the song flippity flopped. So my whole thing is, if you can do that, if you can taunt JT and call her a lapdog, okay? If you can go back and forth with No Spice on social media, you can for sure call out Saweetie, okay? I just feel as though the behind the scenes subliminal threats and shots, it's just corny at this point. And I just feel like you're not really the toughest person like you try to portray. Because a person that really tough go against everybody, not just certain people. You only pick on certain people. Why won't you call out Saweetie by her name? You're always throwing subliminal shots. I can't respect that. Now, moving on from that, the Queen of Freckles and the Queen of Swamps are coming together again. Allegedly, Doja and SZA got another collaboration in the stash. Now, if you guys remember, they put out their hit single together, the Persuasive remix. Remember that song? That was a boppity bop. I remember y'all liking the Persuasive remix. Don't lie. That song was a bop. So, with that being said, the Queen of Freckles and the Queen of Swamps are back together. The Queen and Princess of TDE. Okay, I'm here for it. I'm definitely going to check it out. You know, SZA is the princess of R&B. Doja is the princess of, well, nothing. She's not the princess of anything, but we can give her the Queen of Swamps. You can have that title because she liked the swamps and the dirt. So, with that being said, are you guys going to tune in? Now, I think that if they collaborate this time around, it's going to win a Grammy. Because SZA and Doja always win Grammys. Anxiety allegedly is going to get nominated for a Grammy at the 2026 Grammys. And also, I think it's going to go top 10. I think it's going to be a top 10 record. And it's going to get a lot of payola. Fuck the algorithm, Lizzo. It's going to get a lot of radio play and a lot of playlisting. And everybody's going to be streaming it. Okay, this is going to be a hit. It's going to be a hit record. When Doja and SZA drop again on Doja's album, allegedly, it's going to be a hit. But to be quite honest, I think Doja got to step out a little bit. She got to go for the tippity top. SZA's cute and everything. But what you need to do, Doja, is you need to call the king of rap Kung Fu Kenny. Doja and Kung Fu Kenny. That's going to be lit. I heard she's trying to get a Kung Fu Kenny collaboration. I think, the king and princess of TDE. That's going to be lit. Now, that's what we really going to tune in for. Now, Saweetie will also be receiving another 100,000 lashings. She decided to double down on her idiotic take about pretty punishment, which she said on an interview with, I think her name is Nessa Nitty or whatever. And she said, I dropped an interview and get a rise out of bitches. Please do not quote Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj would not agree with you. I can tell you that right now. She said, for what? Because of misinterpreted clickbait headlines, I am very successful, glory to God. However, on the other hand, I've been counted out and have dealt with a lot of microaggression. Enough talking though. I would love to break this down with the right interviewer. Oh, please, shut up. Not another interview. Please keep your mouth closed. Inside the studio and outside the studio too. Okay? Here's the thing. Everybody's gonna go through things in Hollywood and when you're an artist. Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Queen Taylor, SZA, they've all been through things. The problem with Saweetie is that she doesn't have the talent or clout for the success that she has. All we really know Saweetie for now is for the fact that she sleeps around. Let's be very clear. She's more known for sleeping with YG, Justin Combs, Quavo, the soccer player that she's sleeping with now, Little Baby, Chris Brown. She's more known for that than she is for her music as of right now in this moment. That's why she doesn't have an album out. She's never put out an album, but she's signed to a record label, been signed since 2017, 2018. Isn't that strange? Isn't that odd? And the reason for that is because she can't sell. Her music don't stick and the talent is nowhere to be found. Let's be very clear. Y'all talk about, Ice Spice and Sexy Red and these other female rappers don't have talent. Neither does Saweetie. Okay? But again, she gets coddled because of the way she looks. There's no way Saweetie should have had a McDonald's deal and she can't sell a record. Okay? That was because of the way she looks. There's no way she should have had a Crocs deal or a edge control deal. And she doesn't even have the following for that. All them commercials and advertising flop. She's a waste of money. I know her record label is in debt because of her. Let's be very clear. And I think that once you're honest with an artist, they don't come to some sort of delusion as to, I'm being punished because I'm pretty. No, you're being punished because you don't deserve your spot. And that's just the honest truth. You don't have an album out ever, yet you're going to the Grammys. I think she had gotten nominated before. That doesn't logically make sense. You've been out for too long to not have an album. Y'all talked about Cardi B. Saweetie also needs to be held accountable for not having an album out, but been out since 2016. Anyway, I got some very hot tea on what's going on with Sydney Sweetie and Scooter Braun behind the scenes. Link will be in the description. And also make sure you guys subscribe to my Love Island Games podcast where I'll be doing reviews, weekly reviews. First episode is about to drop. Link in description. I hope you have a great day.